Hi, good evening. This is your friend Han here, and it is great to see you here tonight. And hopefully, you guys had a wonderful weekend. And it is Monday already. Can you believe that? Anyway, so tonight I'm very, very excited to share with you a couple of things. And first of all, as I mentioned many times before, is that the importance of building a list, your buyers list. Prefer you have a buyers list. Ever since you if you're just starting out internet marketing, it's the best opportunity for you to build a list, okay? That's one thing I did not do. The biggest mistake in my internet marketing career is not building the list as soon as I started internet marketing. As I started building my first blog, affiliate sites, that was the one thing I did not put in. Because back in the days, let's be honest, it's very hard to put those Aweber code onto the website because you really have to understand coding and HTML, all that crazy stuff. Now it's so many plugins, so many software out there does it for you, which is make your life so much easier. So you need essentially put some kind of opt-in form and some kind of way to build your list. That should be the first thing you do in internet marketing, because that's gonna tremendously benefit you many folks later on down the line. So there are so many different ways to build a list, and one of the most effective way, which you see a lot of internet marketing top internet marketer do, and the top company does, you know, Fortune 500 company that does, is running a contest. Okay, running a contest on let's say for a local coffee shop, they may be running a contest to win a $50, $100 gift certificate cards, and in many what a lot of product creators use it for is give away product before you launch, is creating that huge buzz around the product, right? So you guys probably are into several of them. Some of you actually win and wrote me back, hey, I won this, I'm so excited. Anyway, so but in the past, for someone just kind of starting with running a contest, the cost is very high. I mean, if you look around the current solution that's out there right now, it's kind of, you know, for a newbie internet marketer, it's not that affordable solution. So until today, so please let me introduce to you a brand new product made by Guthrie, who is a top internet marketer. I'm sure you heard his name before. And the name of the product is called the Contest Blitz, and it's right over here, and you can see the e-cover. And he made this solution so much affordable. It's like less than 10 bucks, like $9, and you get a unlimited license. None of that, you know, you get, you know, maybe single license for $9, then you gotta pay upsell for $27, $47 for unlimited license. No, this time you're gonna get for just under $10 a usable, functional, awesome way to build a list. You're running your own contest now for under $10. So this is awesome stuff right here, right now. And so what I did is I got him on the interview, and this time is audio only, and talk about what a specific way you can use contests generating a huge list for you as well. How do you creating that buzz? And inside this interview, you know, when you're running a contest, you have to find something given away, right? So inside this interview, you also gonna learn a very exclusive method that he uses to actually get a product from companies to give it away. You know, normally if you give out a physical product away, you have to go out there and purchase it yourself, right? But Chris has figured out a way to ask for other companies that, you know, donate products, maybe a camera, maybe an iPad, and give it away to build up this contest. And he's gonna walk you through exactly how he does that inside this interview. So that's something I guarantee you never heard it before. So just kind of drill down and get all that goodie out like I always do, right? Anyway, so please enjoy the interview and watch out for my email tomorrow. I'll have my exclusive review and bonus for this as well. It is gonna launching at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So this is your friend Han, and for now, please enjoy the interview. Until next time, keep smiling, and I'll be talking to you soon. Cheers. Hi, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is great to see you guys here. And today I'm very, very excited to have Chris Guthrie with us again to talk about a brand new plugin he just came out, and I think this is gonna solve a lot of people when it comes to list building issue, and especially he made it so affordable. I think he's kind of went crazy on that because other solution out there is way over high price. So you guys gotta pay attention to this because Chris has been a full-time internet marketer for 4 years now. So this is someone you want to pay attention to. If you already learning a lot about Amazon, you probably heard his name before and all that great stuff. So I'm actually gonna let Chris talk about himself in the next couple minutes. So at the end of this interview, he's gonna introduce this awesome plugin to you guys, so you guys can know exactly what this can do for you and how awesome this is. So before we get into the excitement, let's kind of learn how Chris got started with the internet marketing, and most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve a level of success he has today. So Chris, can you kind of take up the mic right now, kind of tell your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks again for having me on to speak with everyone here. Yeah, so I got started with a lot of different ways to make money. I tried AdSense, I tried affiliate marketing, all these different types of things, and Amazon's really what worked well for me back in 2009 is when I kind of got started. And by the end of the year, in the first year I was doing Amazon, I was making thousands of dollars per month from my Amazon sites. So it was one of the first things that really worked well for me, and I kind of focused on product review websites because that way the traffic that I was getting was coming from people that were interested in buying a product, and I was just trying to help them make the decision between which product they should buy. So that way that type of buyer traffic I found was really valuable. And that was one of the first things that really did well for me. And then going forward,
enough to create your job, right? And
yeah, exactly. I mean, in October 2009, I was making several $1,000s a month from Amazon. I actually lost my job, but because I was making so much money from my Amazon sites, and then actually in the 2 months that followed in November and December, when you can make a lot more money on Amazon, I actually decided that I didn't even need to go look for a job because I was making enough money, more than enough money to support myself. And that was just with the stuff I was doing after my day job. You know, I get home from my day job and then work on my websites. And so that's kind of what got me kind of started and down this path. And then since then, you know, I've been buying and selling websites and making money from Kindle books and creating software that helps solve pain points that I have with my own websites, and then sharing that with others.
Okay, it sounds great. So I mean, you have a lot of students in the past, and you probably took a lot of courses yourself. I always ask people this question. So what was that one thing that kept you going with Amazon? Because obviously when you first started, you probably hit a lot of roadblocks. But how do you overcome that roadblocks when it comes to internet marketing or building Amazon sites?
I think the biggest thing is that you have to recognize that there are challenges to this business, and it isn't just completely easy, you know? I mean, it gets easier as you go along, and after you've been doing it for a long time, it's second nature, but you really have to be able to be committed to actually doing something like this, because, you know, most people are never going to be successful because for a variety of reasons, whether it's just not enough time invested, giving up too easily, or, you know, not really a true passion to try and do this. And for me, I always wanted to be my own boss and build a business on my own. And those types of things really helped to drive me forward. But I know a lot of people too, it's just trying to make, you know, an extra $1,000 a month or so would be great. And people love their jobs and they just want to make some extra money. And that can work too, because I mean, that's kind of how I made all my money, was all doing that in the time before or after work was when I was working on websites.
Yeah, I think we all kind of started that way. That's how I started. And you know, I put so many hours at the beginning when I started with internet marketing. It's like I have no life. and you know, day and night just breathing, eating, and on internet marketing. But you know, as you said, as you kind of progress and become successful at this, things definitely get easier. I mean, that 1,000 a month could be 1,000 a day for you easily. So So for those who are listening to this, if you're just starting out or you have hitting a little roadblock right now, find a way to overcome that, because there's light at the end of the tunnel, and once you kind of figure out what it is, and for everyone it's different. For someone it could be list building, for someone it could be Amazon, for someone it could be creating products. So you just really gonna have to find out what do you want to focus on, what are you absolutely passionate about. So all that good stuff. Chris, and I'm sure you have a lot of students in the past, and I'm sure you've been around this marketing sphere for a long time. To me, the biggest mistake that when I first started, what I made is I didn't start building a list. I mean, that was kind of the dumbest thing I ever done, and I probably admit it so many times. And let's talk about why is it important to start building your list from the get-go, from the beginning, and why should you even have a list?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think that a lot of beginners, and even people that have been around this for a while, they hear that advice, that, oh, I should have started a list before, so often, but people don't really take it to heart, because I talk to customers and other marketers that are just getting started out, and often they haven't done it. And I'm not really sure, why that is, because for me personally, the lists that I build both on my individual websites and then also in my software business is really the lifeblood, because I'm able to develop a relationship with each person on my email list, and then I'm able to send them content to help cultivate the relationship, and also be able to sell products and then be able to make money from that relationship as well by offering them something that I know is valuable to them. Even like, for example, I own a website that I bought, and I was able to use that email list of about 10,000 people to help promote new Kindle books that I was having written for that specific niche. So I was able to I paid someone else to write the books, because it's about the website in an area that I don't know a lot about. But then I was able to use the email list and say, hey, here's this new book that I have, and was able to get thousands of downloads both during the free time period and then hundreds more in the paid time period. So that's just one method of how that list was able to make me a lot of money, and then once you're on Amazon's Kindle marketplace, you can keep making money that way. So, and that's just kind of one thing, but beyond that, really just being able to create the relationship and then go on from there, because not everyone's going to come back to your blog every single day, but the thing they do every day is check their email. And if you're on the email list, then you have that permission to be able to send them an email to them, whenever you want, but at the same time making sure you kind of can cultivate that relationship and don't burn them out by sending too many emails, etc.
Yeah, and I do admit, it's like when I first started internet marketing, I would say to myself, why the hell do I need a list, do I just need to focus on keep sending traffic to my Amazon sites or my video sites, and that was kind of beginner mindset, right? And then kind of everybody keeps saying money's in the list and all that great stuff. At the time, back a couple of years ago, those Aweber code are kind of hard to embed. And unlike today, you got this plugin, that thing, and automatic does for you. You really need to know the HTML code. And I really had a difficulty time to read those code and embed on my site. That was a technical challenge on the site. And then English is not my native language, so writing an email is another challenge for me to how the hell do I even talk to these people? How do you build that relationship? So that was my biggest obstacle. So over the years, I kind of found a way to overcome that, and the truth is, if you have a really good relationship, and then the money is in your list. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so let's kind of talk about, I guess, the next questions. And let's talk about some of the ways maybe you use to build lists in your business, and talk about maybe one or two the most effective way to get your list built fast and simpler for most of this, I guess, I hate to call them newbies, but people just come to internet marketing here right now.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I got started out just like what you said, copying the form code that Aweber provides, putting it on a page, and then saying, here, you can join my newsletter. But that's not really that compelling. Just saying, join my newsletter, and then having a form, on a page somewhere. And so for me, starting out, it was really slow going because I didn't really understand the idea of, providing some type of a lead magnet, which would be a way of giving someone something so that they can sign up for your email list. In the case of like an Amazon website, what I did with those types of sites, and I built thousands of people on email lists this way, was giving away like a buyer's guide, and it would compare various products within that specific niche, and then tell them a lot of just different types of technical features, say if it was like about a computer or something, different types of things that people should listen to. So it's kind of a way to both educate and then also help sell them on what type of product that they should be able to buy. And so that was like the next step, was providing some type of a lead magnet. And then more recently, the thing that I've been working on is that, if you look at huge companies like Visa, or even a small company like a local coffee shop, they're always running contests. And you see them on, even when you're watching football on Sunday or Monday night, you're seeing these companies giving away these trips or whatever, and they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to market these contests. So you gotta know that type of marketing is effective. And so I was like, well, what can we do to be able to provide that same type of marketing and putting into a software that anyone can use? And so that's why we created Contest Blitz, which is a WordPress plugin. And basically people can sign up for, you can create a contest page, people sign up, and they enter their email to sign up for the chance to win whatever you're giving away. And then they're redirected to a page where they're given more opportunities to win more entries into the contest when they share it with their friends through Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. So it's taking that marketing that you see with Visa saying, here's how you can win a trip for the Olympics for the rest of your life, and people are really excited about that. And being able to provide that same functionality to people just starting out, such as yourself, maybe some people are listening, or even me when I'm building up sites, and being able to put that into WordPress.
So obviously you've been using this plugin for a bit, and got a two-question kind of follow-up question on this plugin here. What do you, obviously every niche is different. The question I want to ask you is, what type of giveaway works the most? Is it like a physical product, iPad, or is it perhaps winning a trip, or maybe give away your past product away? What do you think will go very viral, make this a more effective marketing? My second question follow-up on that is, what other results are you getting by using this plugin in your own business?
Yeah, so great question. So the first one, a giveaway, is what you can give away for your contests would really kind of depend on your niche. So if we can go back to the earlier examples that I had, giving away a product from the specific, say it's from a specific niche of the site that you own. Say you have a site about computers, then being able to give away, and that's maybe more of a higher priced item, but being able to give away some sort of a computer item or a Kindle or something like that would be a great fit, because you have an electronics type website. Giving away some type of electronics would work really well. And then the thing to think about too is that because there are a lot of different competitors, really in any niche, we'll continue this example of electronics, but if there's a lot of different competitors in any little electronics niche, so you can go to these companies, you can just search company name and then PR team and say, hey, I have this website and I'd like to give away one of your products, and here you're going to get all this exposure. That's where you can even get the stuff for free. And I mean, that's kind of how in my own business I was able to get free products to review for my websites, was just researching these company names, and then just basically putting the company name and then PR contact or PR company, and they're just available right in Google. It's really simple to find them, and you can email them and start to build that relationship, and that's how you can get free stuff to give away on your own websites.
Cool. Now I want to ask you, you can say no to this if this is not appropriate. Can you give out as a bonus to my audience, like maybe have the email template to do this? That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure I can pull up an email that I used in the past that I'd sent to these types of people.
So that they can just, you know, maybe plug in a few words and start contacting these people. I think this is a really awesome tip they give away. Because normal people think, hey, I gotta have to spend $100 into the store to get those, you know, electronic devices. And this is an awesome tip. This is totally, I'm planning it too. This is cool. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too, is that when you're doing that, you want to think about the fact that these PR people, they deal with a bunch of different blogs, websites, everything. So you really want to treat them as gold. So if you're emailing them, you want to be like, this is a relationship I want to start and really kind of cultivate. So even kind of going back to my earlier business with Amazon, I built up a site, and I even flew out to the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas one year to meet all these PR people.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's, of course, once I was further along, making thousands of dollars a month and doing this full time. But that's something you can think about, is that if you're taking a long-term approach to your website and really trying to build it up, you know, cultivate that relationship with those PR people, and then, you know, use that to be able to help further your business, and also do what you can to help promote their products as well, because that's what they're getting paid to, is to promote their products. So if they can point to their boss and say, here's these contests I helped set up for this website, and that helps make them look good as well. So
awesome, because you can always say, hey, I'm gonna put a sponsored by, you know, such company, right?
Exactly.
And that's what they need that publicity for. And yeah, they'll be happy to do it. I mean, for those my video fans, I mean, you see people just do this on YouTube all the time, and you see people just get on the cam and review a iPhone case to iMac and all that stuff. Some of them are sponsored. It just matter of sending a letter like this, develop that relationship. But before you approach them, you have to have a traffic, a customer base, or an email list in this case, right? And build up. So because they want to know, hey, how many people can you reach, or else why would the heck will they give you a product to review or give it away something free? So you do have to have something build up for an audience, a brand. You know, you do have to kind of have a base built up here, right?
Yeah, I mean, you if you're just looking to get products to review, a lot of times you don't have to have a huge website.
Right.
When you start to ask them for free product, then they're going to start thinking more about the ROI. So it might be more difficult in those cases, but when you can say, you're the only company that's going to be in this contest, and for the next week I'm going to be doing this many blog posts, and I'm going to be sending this many emails out to people to try and encourage them to join the contest, etc., then that really can kind of come to make it look more and more like something worth doing for those companies to be able to give you a product.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing this awesome tip here. And yeah, it's you know, it's doable. So you just gotta kind of get in where you can fit in. First.
Yeah. I mean, it's really in every aspect of making money or building your own online business. It's all about finding kind of unique ways that you can kind of hustle in and do something different than what your competitors are doing. I mean, that's kind of how I was able to build and sell a site for 6 figures, was doing a lot of those types of tips and being willing to do what my competitors won't. Right. So if you really approach it like, you know, you're trying to build a business and not just kind of doing something as a hobby, then that will kind of help shift your mindset and allow you to do a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously this contesting has worked very well for you in the past. So let's talk about what kind of give us kind of like a backdrop story. Why did you? I mean, there are some solution like this out there. I mean, this is not the first contest plugin out there. Just, you know, everybody knows that. But why did you decide to program your own or come out this brand new product for people? Maybe it's the functionality you weren't happy with. Maybe it was the price point you weren't happy with. What kind of give us a little background story on this software here?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing was that it was primarily price point. I mean, a lot of the solutions out there, both WordPress and others, are pretty expensive. And the one that we're doing is going to be under $10, and that's not just like $10 for a single site license. That's $10 for unlimited websites. So every website you own, you can use the software on. So it's actually kind of, I mean, it's almost like kind of a dumb idea to sell it that cheap.
I know.
But I mean, it is, you know, what I like to do when I release my new software is I like to offer it a really great price. Also have, you know, good software to begin with as well. But then offer it at a good price for a short period of time, and then be able to take initial customer feedback, improve it, and then continue to sell it, but at a higher price point.
Right.
So just to kind of reward those early action takers that get it.
Obviously, they're gonna get a free updates if we do decide to add more features stuff in there.
Yeah, yeah. And then I mean, can I talk about the upgrade, I guess, as well? Should I?
Yeah. Well, let's just kind of dive into this product, and then you can talk about the OTO in there. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the name of the product and time of the launch, and what exactly do they get from the front end, what the starting price point is. Then kind of talk about what they're getting, the OTO, again, what the price point, starting price point is. And like Mason, are you going to put a diamond sale in there, or is it going to be just one fixed price as well?
Yeah. So that's a good question. So the launch time is Monday, September 16th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and or 2 p.m. or rather, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2
p.m. Eastern Standard. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's the launch time, and then the software itself. Sorry, I'm spacing out now. So the software itself, you can create unlimited contests, and then you can, within each individual contest, you can set up different email lists that you can build, so you can kind of track the progress of each contest and see how effective one was over the other, in the contest results. Another thing too is that when you're creating the contests, one of the challenges is that especially if you were going to try and do something else, like a manual solution, is that actually administering the contest can be kind of somewhat of a pain. So here you can create the contest, set how long you want it to run for, when it should start, when it should end, and then when the contest is over and you have all your entries, you just simply click a button, and the winners, and you can customize how many winners you want, are automatically populated for you. And then you have their email list, and you can reach out and contact them, and that way you don't have to deal with going over to some other website and running a random number generator to figure out which number person entry wins.
Right.
So it's really just kind of fully managed, and then people can, and the other thing too is that being able to actually sign up with an email list, you can use Aweber, Mailchimp, Constant Contact, any of these other types of mailing providers will work. You just copy in your code and put it into the settings area, and it works. So the other thing too is that the actual sign-up form is pretty well. It's based on kind of more of a minimalistic approach, because it's just an area for you to talk about your contest, put in your logo of your site, and then maybe you can use the featured image functionality of WordPress to maybe provide like a product shot of what you're giving away.
Okay.
And it's just kind of.
Can you embed videos in there, or no?
Yeah. You could put YouTube video into the description if you'd like as well, or other types of video code. But in that way too, you're able to just create a quick contest page, and really the idea is you want to just get them to sign up for that form. So in your video, if you were to do one, you talk about how you kind of want to provide some calls to action and tell people to sign up below. But the main thing is, like, if I go back to my earlier experience, I'd gotten Targus, which is like a computer accessory maker, to provide me like $500 worth of free product.
Oh wow!
Back on one of my earlier websites before I sold it, and I was running a contest, but it was a huge pain to actually, and it was for like a new forum I was starting. They were giving away that product to help encourage people to come to the forum. And once I actually was done and had to pick the winners, it was kind of a big problem, because I was using a vBulletin forum software, and I had to go into the forum software and figure out a number that represented that person, and then go and use another software. So really it's just kind of more about putting it all into WordPress, making it easy, and then making it really cheap as well.
Yeah, and absolutely. I mean, if you are being around and nobody sells this type of software at this low price, and then wait until you guys hear the OTO, what he has to offer, you guys and actually can make some money out of this plugin as well. Let me ask you one thing. Like, let's say if I grab this plugin today, what are your advices, like something immediate step that I can take to use this? What are the ways? Just give some idea so maybe they can visualize how they can use in their business, either for offline, for affiliate marketing, or different type of area in internet marketing. Just can you kind of quickly give them some idea how they can implement this right away?
Yeah, I think that the best idea is to just look at whatever space you're in and then think about what you have of value, or what's really or what your audience sees as value that you can provide them. So if it was like an offline type thing, and you're doing some you're helping small businesses, then it could be like consulting help. Or if you're doing affiliate marketing, I still kind of come back to the product example, because if you're doing affiliate marketing and you're promoting a product, especially if it was a digital product, it's really easy to contact the creator of a digital project and that product rather, and ask them for a free copy. I know that if anyone contacted me, and I have a lot of different softwares in different areas, and if anyone contacted me and said, hey, can I get a free copy of your plugin to promote in a contest for my audience, I'd be like, of course, because it's no cost to me to be able to do that for someone.
Right.
So if you can look at even just digital products that are related to your niche that you can give away, really that would be also easy. And there's digital products that's going to be even easier to do. So
I mean, I just want to kind of jump in. I mean, you for those who listen to this or watching this, you are seeing people does this at pre-launch phases, you know, where product creators will say, hey, put your name below, and we're gonna pick a random winner for the software or ebook. That's exactly what Chris is talking about here.
Exactly.
And if you have a list, and if you have good relationship with the vendor, why don't you just write them an email or chat with them, say, hey, can I give you this free copy or free membership access to my list? And they're most likely gonna say yes, because you're helping them get the buzz going and get more people notified about your product and brand and what he does. They're gonna I was thinking 90% of the time they're gonna say yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that it's a no-brainer for the person that owns a product.
Yeah, it's already done, it's already made, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it's about.
It's free advertising, right, for them. And,
yeah.
And in front of all buyers, they'll be like all for it. And let's kind of, I'm sorry to interrupt you at the front end. So that's the front end. So what exactly are they getting the OTO? And for those who are listening, make sure you pay attention to this, and you're gonna absolutely love this.
Yeah. So for the OTO, we're doing actually something that I don't think anyone really does this, but
okay.
We're giving people private license rights, PLR rights, to be able to take the software, rebrand it, and resell it in any way they like. And the way that we're doing that is actually you get into the download area once you've purchased, and there's a form, or basically some text fields that you can change. And so you literally go in there and say, here's the plugin name, and it will be currently set to just Contest Blitz. You change it to, say, Contest whatever. You could change it to anything you'd like. Then you could change the author URL. So basically all the information you see in WordPress that says where a plugin, who the plugin author is, etc., you're able to alter. And then it's very simple. You just click a button after you type in those changes, and you get the customized plugin.
Now he just gave out a huge SEO tip here. I think people need to notice, because let's say you buy this PR product and you start to sell it. If you decide to sell it to your list, or put on a website for sale, for every buyer that's getting this installed on the website, they give you a free backlink to your main money site. So that's a huge tip there. So I don't know if you want to add something to that, or how do you use it, or...
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing is just, I mean, you can also look at it too as a way to just give away something to your own audience. If you have an audience that's related to marketing, then this would help. If not necessarily, I mean, you can also even just sell the products to other people.
Sell for $1 or something, if you really want to make sure that's the buyer come to your funnel. But and yeah, and just that's a free traffic to your main site and free SEO. If your audience, the customer has a PR4 or PR6 site, you just think about if I go out to buy a domain or set it up, how much trouble that is. But this is just a free backlink to your site too. So just different ways to use this. So
Yeah, and then also too, like we provide a little extra functionality with the software as well. So we give 500 different skins that kind of alter the background effects of the contest page. So you can kind of help if you have a page that's if your website has a different type of color scheme, then you can use this to kind of help pick one that better fits that thing. Whereas the front end's just a default skin. Still looks great, but this one just gives you some more functionality. But then that's the great part too, is it in the rebranding in the members area, if you purchase the OTO, there's two different ways that you can actually create the plugin. So you can create the plugin that doesn't have the skins, and you create the plugin that does.
Okay.
And then even within your own audience, you could sell or give away the front end, and then you could say, hey, if you want some skins, you could buy this other one. So that's like another way that you have your own built-in upsell if you wanted to provide it in your own way. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you just sell one copy of this POR thing and your own brand of this thing, you're gonna make all the money you investing in this plugin. So I think it's a no-brainer here. So, and is that the only OTO you have? And do you have like a training inside membership area as well?
Yeah. So there's one other. I'll talk about the other OTO. It's a membership service that gets access to well over a dozen now plugins that are all focused on helping you generate traffic, get more leads, and help just get more sales to your website. And that's kind of that focus. So there's plugins in there for Pinterest, there's plugins there for list building, and it's basically, that's really one of my more main focuses now too, is just building up that membership, putting in more and more software in there, and then being able to improve that service over time. So that's really what I've been working on for the better half of this year, is improving that membership, and that's the final one. But if people are just interested in the contest, then they could do that in the OTO, or even just the OTO or the front end if they're not looking to do that. But so that's that. And then on the front end, yeah, there is a training. There are 4 training modules that talk all about contests and how to best run them. So that'll help you kind of get some more ideas beyond what I've shared here.
Yeah, that's very important. There's a lot of people selling plugin just for the plugin, but it's very nice to have the a training come with it too, so people actually implement and using it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, overall, pretty much just tried to think of everything someone would want if they're looking to start their own contest. We check the box that it's going to be inexpensive, but we also check the box that you're going to be able to learn how to best use it, even beyond what I've shared here. And then also, if you're looking to get PLR rights, and that's something else you can do as well. But altogether, it's pretty good value, and I'm excited to be able to be releasing it.
All right, Chris, and I think I got all the questions I need to ask you here. So before we leave here today, do you have maybe a final words of wisdom you would like to share with us?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to making money online or trying to make your own business, you're going to have people that are going to try and convince you that it's not possible, or they're going to say, why are you wasting your time with that? Or I always constantly had friends saying, why are you doing that? You have a good job or whatever. But if you're really motivated and you want to make some extra money online, or eventually try and be able to quit your day job, you've got to just ignore those types of negative comments and really think about what you can do and what your own individual skills can use to come out into the market and do something different and be able to be better than what your competitors are. I mean, that's really the way I've been able to find success, was in really thinking about whatever niche I'm in, and then seeing how I can be different in a meaningful and better way than my competitors. And that hasn't failed me yet. So that's my best advice.
Yeah, that's great. And for those who listen to this, kind of look out for my email tomorrow. I'll have my exclusive bonuses and my personal review on this product for you as well. And Chris, thank you so much for spending your time with us, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon.
Yeah, thank you. you.